Hello, I'm Bad Luk Jo. Welcome to the show.
They call me Bad Luk Joe. I'm always in the right place at the wrong damn time, you know. Bad Luk Joe, Bad Luk Joe. Yeah, they call me Bad Luk Joe. Wishing that I had something, but I ain't got nothing to show. Bad Luk Joe, Bad Luk Joe. Let's go.
All right, thank you for joining. I'm your host, Bad Luk Jo. Welcome to the show. As promised, we're going to highlight a video by Timothy James, and we're going to be probably doing that in a little bit here. Got a little bit of a change up, but we don't break our promises, so stick around. But first, a word from our sponsor. And since one of our sponsors is Bad Luk Jo, you're going to hear from me. Our new Peruvian coffee is out. Check that out in a really cool blue limited edition collector's container. You got the Valentine's Day, you already have the red, and then if you got the decaf, you got the white, and now you can get the Peruvian to get the blue. Red, white, and blue, folks. You got it? Awesome. And Easter's coming up, right? Let me see if I can do this. We got all the multicolors. So if you buy your St. Patrick's Day, right, get that before it's too late. We can have all of them for Easter. As promised, we're going to highlight Timothy James today. However, we do have a little bit of change in plans. Instead of just showing the video, we have them live with us today. Live via remote from Salem, Oregon, or Oregon, however you pronounce it, we've got Timothy James. Timothy James is a country pop rock artist, mostly original songs, but he does do covers. Got a backing band. Mitch Colvin, strongest drummer in the world on drums. Ron Crine on guitar. Ben McCartney on bass. They're local to the Salem, Oregon area, or Oregon, however you say it. I got a speech impediment, so don't blame me on that one, folks. But always looking to branch out and expand horizons. Please welcome to the show, Timothy James. I'll tell you how I found you guys. I decided to be Bad Luk Jo, maybe about a year and a half ago. I was looking for kind of a one-man band name, and I just didn't want to go by my name, right? Everybody does that. I wanted something unique, and I wanted something I could build on. And I got so much stuff we built on this brand already. It's coffee, like Joe's Coffee, right? So Bad Luk Jo, have a cup of Joe, right? Well, I better Google to see if there's another band called that. So I Google it, and I found a movie, and then I found your song, Bad Luk Jo. And I'm like, no way. They wrote a freaking song about me.
That's pretty cool.
I'm like, how did they write this song about me? I haven't met them yet, right? So I'm like, I got my own song. I didn't even know it. And I'm like, well, I better ask if I can use this song. And then I wasn't sure how far I was going to take this, right? And I'm like, and I've been asked to do podcasts for a couple of years now. Different places have been asked me to do podcasts. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do a podcast. We're gonna see how this goes, right? So I do a podcast. If you saw my first podcast, it's just little drums playing or whatever for my like theme song. And then I'm like, man, I wonder if I could use Bad Luk Jo. I should ask the guys because that'd be cool and I could promote them. Because here's what we're trying to do at Bad Luk Jo, right? We're trying to spread happiness and lift people up, right? All these podcasts are about politics and everybody's fighting and angry. And I don't pick sides, right? I would say I'm right in the middle. I believe we should help each other and just do good. And if we lift each other up, we all do good, right?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
And I think you guys won a band competition or something recently. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And it's cool. And it's not a bad thing, but I hate not hate competitions, but it's like, man, it shouldn't be a competition. You guys, you're just playing music. You're trying to do a good thing. You're trying to entertain people. Maybe, right? I'm going to ask you about that later, but that's what music's about, right? So that's kind of how I found you guys. Is I Googled my band name, seeing if that was out there, and I'm like, Bad Luk Jo. I listened to a song, I'm like, this is the coolest freaking song I've ever heard. It's so well done. Like, I don't know what now, Mitch, are you doing the Bad Luck in the background?
So in the recording, that's not me, but live, I do all of so I have to like switch. It's actually really difficult because I have to switch. And it's actually like, it was tricky for me because the drums are they're not like, it's not like a simple, like 1, 2, it's not a 4/4 rock beat. There's like a
Right.
kind of it's like a double-handed groove that I'm doing and I'm keeping time with my feet, but I'm doing something different with my hands the entire time. And then I have to kind of go, I have to do that, but like, yell it. And then I have to switch to the Bad Luk Jo. Like, so
So you were doing the low part.
I have to do both in our
Oh,
live setting. So that's a fun challenge, but like, it's a great warm up, gets you ready to do the rest of the songs. People aren't ready to hear me yelling back there, so that's always fun.
Dude, it's like, I don't know which part is the favorite part of my song, but that's one of my favorite parts, is that bad luck yelling, and then how you do it, right? And
that's
then,
just this guy's brain here. That's how this guy writes songs.
So so that's cool. What I want to get to is, how did the band form? Like, how did you guys form? How did you get the name? And I want to say, I know you were called Timothy James and the Trusted Few, and I thought that was so cool because nowadays it's hard to trust people sometimes, right? And you're like, there's very few people you can trust. So when you're like, hey, it's Timothy James and he's got the Trusted Few, like, where did he find them, right? So tell me about that.
About 2020, sometime in mid 2020, I think, is when things got started with this project. And the name was come up with people that are no longer a part of the project now. And so that was part of the reason for dropping the Trusted Few part of the name, is kind of, we had just moved on from that part of the music, so to speak, and we're something different now and something better. And our Bad Luk Jo is actually quite a bit different than what you're hearing.
Yeah,
the one we play.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was watching some of your videos. I'm like, yeah, the live version now that you're playing is a little bit different than
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But the live version probably reflects our sound a little bit more accurately, I would say.
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. You said that started in 2020. How long has this group been together?
It's been 2 years now, right? With the four of us?
Yeah, with all four of us. I've been with Tim for about 4 years.
Yeah.
I came out of COVID, like basically just I had hibernated during those months and like just really, really like tried to practice drums and music as much as I could. And I actually kind of got connected to Tim, ironically, through an old member of the band. But I came here and, listened to the demo. I had sent them some stuff that I had played, some covers and things like that. And I sent them a demo, or I came and listened to a demo. One of the first song I heard actually was Bad Luk Jo. And I remember at the time, I had my best friend here at the time. And we both like looked at each other when we heard the song for the first time, and we're just like, what in the hell is this? And then we heard a couple more songs and I was like, oh, I'm down for this, and I'm not really like a country guy.
Mm-hmm.
So the really interesting story of the band is these guys were simultaneously months after that, right? Like I had started playing with Tim, back 2021, I guess it was. And very shortly after that, I got connected with these guys and we were in a metal band together. So Ron was the front man, singer, and like rhythm guitar. We had another lead guitar player, and Ben was a bass. Obviously, I played drums. But we were in a band called Dark Matter that was like a traditional, like we were trying to be like a heavy metal, like an 80s heavy metal band,
Mm-hmm.
And then after a while I fished them on over here as things petered out. I was in another band as well for a while, and it was just like after a while everything, all signs pointed to the best songwriter I've ever met in my 20 years of playing music is this dude. You know, he's got for every Bad Luk Joe. For the Bad Luk Joe, that's the iceberg, the tip of it. And there's 90% more underneath there, and it's like not even a joke how many more songs there are, and they're all like we like a lot of them better. So
Yeah,
we basically too, hopefully.
Basically, I mean, our last project kind of just fizzled out, and then I kind of stepped to the side. I stopped playing music for quite a while, and then Mitch, he talked to Ben and was like, "Hey, come over and play with this band." And they started jamming for a year or so, and then Mitch calls me out of the blue one day, and he says, "Hey, man, I'm part of this other group, and here's a sample of what we got." And he actually sent me Bad Luk Joe. And when I heard that song, I was sitting there on my phone, and I'm running like a huge forklift at work, and I stopped the thing and I turned it off just to hear it in my little cell phone. And I listened to it. I was like, "Oh wow, that's pretty cool." Like, it's not my normal type of music, but I want to be a part of that. Like, it sounds good. It sounds like the group dynamics are there. I've played with two of the guys here. I think we would have a good chemistry. And then about, I don't know, 2 weeks, a month later, I joined them, and the rest was history. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's a good story. I've been in bands, and obviously you've been in different bands, and you just kind of told me the story there. What's the trick to staying together, you think?
Chemistry.
Yeah, I think we're all really good friends. I think we all mesh really well together.
Yeah. And we all come from like completely different backgrounds. We're not like, we didn't grow up together. We're not like necessarily from the same area. We don't do the same kind of things for work or anything like that. But the one common denominator we all have is we're all unapologetically fans of good music.
Yeah.
Whether or not there was a time when people were like, "Man, this band sucks." You know what I mean? Like, everybody here likes Nickelback, right? And we'll say it because they're.
I like Nickelback. Let's just say it, okay?
And we had an issue once. I remember there's a song and Ron was playing this guitar part, and he's like, it just sounds too much like Creed. It sounds like Scott.
Sounds like Creed.
It can't sound like that. It's too Creedy. And I was like, what's wrong with sounding like one of the most successful rock bands in the history of the genre?
That's true.
Right? Like, eventually people will come around and say, "Wow, actually those bands are good." And then fast forward a couple years, and here we are, Creed's huge again.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what's going on in the world? And I think just people, I don't know, we're honest with each other. We know each other well, and we like good music, and we like making it to good music together.
Yeah.
That's it.
Cool. Do you go by Timothy or Tim?
Either or.
Now you're Tim Harbaugh?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, is that something I shouldn't be saying? Like, you don't want people to know? As you change your name to Timothy James, or?
Oh no, I mean, that's just my middle name. So.
Oh, okay. So you just go by Timothy James for the band name.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Now, when did you do you write all the songs, or does the?
Yeah.
Okay. And when did you start writing?
Oh Lord. It's sometime back in school, probably. Too early to remember as accurately as I'd like to, but probably late elementary, early middle school is the first time I can recall writing what I was like, this is a song, so.
Does it just kind of come to you?
It does. It's a true gift, because most of what's written, you can look back on it and almost be like, wow, I wrote this. So a lot of the times it's like an out of body experience when you're writing stuff, for me at least. So
yeah,
it's magical, I guess. I don't know how else to explain it.
It is.
Cool. Well, we're going to play the song Bad Luk Joe for everybody here. We're going to let them watch the whole video, and then we're going to come back and we're going to ask you some more questions.
Sounds great.
Timothy James and the Trusted Few here at the Brothers Car Museum, getting ready to play a show, and we're really excited about it.
I've been kicking myself, I've been kicking the band. Well, I suppose next thing you know, I'll probably be kicking the can if it wasn't for bad luck. I wouldn't have any luck at all. Man, she sure was pretty. Let me tell you, she was fine. See what I get for thinking that that woman could be mine if it wasn't for bad luck. I wouldn't have any luck at all. They call me Bad Luk Jo. I'm always in the right place at the wrong damn time, you know. Bad Luk Jo, Bad Luk Jo. Yeah, they call me Bad Luk Jo. Wishing that I had something, but I ain't got nothing to show. Bad Luk Jo, Bad Luk Jo. Let's go. I didn't get too far because I could not find my key, so I couldn't start the car. If it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all. Well, you know, she tried to leave me, but as she walked away, realized she had no place to go, so she turned around to stay. If it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all. They call me Bad Luk Jo. I'm always in the right place at the wrong damn time, you know. Bad Luk Jo, Bad Luk Jo. Yeah, they call me Bad Luk Jo. Wishing that I had something, but I ain't got nothing to show. Bad Luk Jo, Bad Luk Jo. Let's go. Just to show you where I'm at, I had a full tank of gas ready to leave, and the damn tire went flat. If it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all. Well, I wrote me a song, I thought it was good, yes, I thought I knew for sure. But when I turned it in, they looked at me and said, we've heard this song before. If it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all. No, if it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have any place to fall. They call me Bad Luk Jo. I'm always in the right place at the wrong damn time, you know. Bad Luk Jo, Bad Luk Jo. Yeah, they call me Bad Luk Jo. Wishing that I had something, but I ain't got nothing to show. Bad Luk Jo, Bad Luk Jo. Let's go.
Now we're going to get into the song Bad Luk Jo. Why did you write it? What is it actually about?
Just life in general not going your way, I guess you could say. Or, you know, or things are, but then something pops up that kind of ruins it. You know,
and did
Variable
you guys
change.
Did you guys hear me that you called it Bad Luk Jo, or why the Bad Luk Jo?
I don't know. I wish I had a good story on exactly where the title came from. I guess just knowing the song was kind of about this individual and the unluckiness or the bad stuff, the black cloud following or what have you. And the bad luck was there, and I'm like, Bad Luk Jo will just name it after this person.
You just-
Dude, that's like me. So that's like literally me, what you just explained. So I'm just, when I found the song, I'm like, there's just too good to be true. These guys wrote this song for me. I have my own theme song.
See, he could have
That's
picked.
awesome.
He could have picked any single like
It had to be
syllable.
a one syllable
Yeah,
name.
one syllable
Yeah.
name. Bad Luck Chuck
Joe-
wouldn't sound as good.
Joe, Mo,
Right.
Bad Luck Ben. That doesn't want to work.
Yeah. No, it's awesome. It worked out for me. I always ask, why are you in a band? Like, why do you guys play music? Why do you do it?
Good question.
I think for me, and probably for most musicians, it's just in your soul, and it's something you just have to do. It's part of who you are, and without it, it's not, it's not ideal, I guess you could say.
It sucks without it. We like to collaborate with, all of us here love to play with other musicians. Like it's a different experience to play a piece of music and have another human being give a piece of music back to you, and you collaborate. And when you start building on that, it's something that it's different than just like helping somebody like complete a project or having a conversation with somebody. It's something where you guys are accomplishing a goal to make something beautiful or something that you find important, which is really, I don't know, it's part of the human experience in my opinion.
It's one of those things that like transcends language, right? Like music has been there for as long as humans have been humans, right?
Yeah.
So it's brought people together forever.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably what I like the most about it. I like that we can all get together, and no matter what else is going on in our lives, like when we play music together, like that's the only thing that matters. And it's a cathartic, beautiful experience for sure, and it takes the right, like, it's almost like an alchemy, right? Of people getting together, because I've been in plenty of bands where it's not about making music that is as good as all the music could be as together, right? Like in terms of everybody contributing their part in order to make the song as good as it possibly can be. I've been in a lot of bands where everybody's just waiting for their turn to show everybody else how great of a musician they are.
Yeah.
And I think every single one of us in this band has that common denominator of none of us wants to be the showboater, right? Even Tim isn't that way by nature, but he does it because to make the song the best and to give the crowd the best experience, that's what he has to do. And it's really clear. And that's and it's one of the big reasons I've stuck with this band, and think it has the ability to reach a lot of people's ears, and I hope it does, because I sure think all our songs are pretty catchy.
And we want people to dance and be happy.
Yeah, and that's a cool experience.
That's
you
it.
get that at metal shows, it's different.
Yeah.
And that's funny because what you said is why we're doing this show and why I did music too, or why I do music. And Ron, I think you said you stepped away from it a little bit. I've done that 2 or 3 times in my life, and God always brought me back to it, right? The music always sucked me back in.
That's right.
Ben, you're awful quiet. Are you just chilling, just taking it in?
Just kind of enjoying the experience and listening and kind of taking it in. As far as my thoughts on that specific question, I've had dreams about playing on a stage for as long as I've had a memory. I really have no explainable words to describe that desire, but from the time I was single digits age, I just had visions, actual dreams in my sleep, like daydreams about it. I used to pretend to play the guitar before I ever even owned one when I was a very small child.
Yeah.
I just had this overpowering urge. I was the only one in my family who actually listened to music or cared about music. I'm pretty sure my parents only owned like 4 or 5 albums. Like my entire childhood growing up, but I had to kind of find my own way and passion into music, and it just kind of overtook me and overpowered me, and it captured me, and I just rolled with it. And something in it just has always inspired me, and I loved it. And that drive, I like literally have no words for it. It just carries me. And like Ron said, like it's a roller coaster. Like it has its ups and its downs. And I've definitely had downs that have lasted for like years and years, and like felt really down on it before. And like being a part of this project like has brought me up. And it's been like one of the best experiences to find this group of guys and like find myself in the midst of like people with a common goal and common energy. And like it's really great to be a part of everything that we have going here.
So you guys are like a family.
Yeah.
At this point, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
A good family, because there's bad families out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
What? No.
You know, and I love what Mitch, I think you said about the egos. Like I've been in bands where and don't take this wrong, Mitch, but no one wants to hear just a drummer, right?
No one.
And
Except
it's
maybe a drummer.
like, for like 5 minutes, right?
Exactly.
And then you're like, okay, well,
Yes.
so you need the guys, right? Or the gals, or the team, or the band, right? Or the group.
Uh-huh.
I've had that problem, right? Where I've played polkas, I've played country, I've played speed metal, I played rock, I played grunge.
Wow.
Everything.
Just everything. And I was just willing to find the right people to play. I just wanted to play.
Yeah.
And it got to the point I started a band. I got these guys together, literally the two best guitar players. And don't take this, Ben, you're awesome bass player, Ron, you're awesome guitar player, but the two best guitar players I've ever, these guys could just tear and rip and just play any song. And I tried to get them in the same band and they couldn't. The Eagles,
Yeah.
they kept turning it up. You can't, why are you, they fight each other. And it's like, guys, it's getting loud in here. You're both awesome. Let's just play each part. Yeah, I could do a drum solo every song. Well, no, this one you just sit back there and there's not much drums, right? That's just what you do.
Right.
So when you can find the right people and the right attitudes and the right, commitment and all that, then you can make something happen, I think.
That's what it's all about.
At the end of the day, music is a physical thing, right? It is vibrations that are meshing together at certain frequencies. And when those frequencies mesh, it's good. And when they don't, it's bad. And like sometimes one person's frequency is good, right? And the other people's just don't mesh. And getting that combination is just something that took a long time for, I guess, all of us to really find. But like this was the time where we found it for sure. And like the positivity thing that you're talking about, like that's what we try and bring to everywhere we go. We're not trying to be the coolest guys on earth. We're not trying to show everybody on earth that we're the coolest musicians or the greatest, most skilled, whatever. What we're trying to do is guarantee that if you come to our show, you're going to leave with a smile on your face.
Yeah.
And hopefully you will be at least tapping your feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. If not dancing, right?
Bare minimum,
You'll be tapping your foot for sure.
Awesome. Well, guys, I really appreciate you coming on the show. I'm in Tennessee here, so we're a couple hours away. So we stayed up for you to record this and get you out.
Thank you.
We appreciate that. Thank you
so much.
Well, and I want to say thank you for the t-shirts that you have on the way.
Yes.
I am hoping. Yes, I'm hoping they will make it for your next gig.
Yeah.
Yes.
Be perfect for St. Patty's Day.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if not, well, you have to hold out. But you got the black ones coming too, so you can wear those for the other gigs.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Yes, sir.
if they fit, let me know. Right, I got the sizes you said. Maybe we can get you. Maybe we can get you some more.
Cool.
And everybody listening out there in podcast land, he's got merch out right now with the 4-leaf clover on it. Go out and get you some.
Thanks, man.
You got
All
it.
right. Well, thanks, guys. We really appreciate you joining the show, and we're going to hook up with you again sometime soon, and just keep checking in. And I think we're going to show some of how do we know what love is. I really love how you did the broomstick and the shovel and you're playing all
Okay.
the,
Oh yeah.
yeah. So we're gonna probably play that one here a little bit at the end of the podcast here for the people, and then we'll end the show with that. Hopefully, we'll see you guys sometime soon.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey guys,
Get
thanks.
some sleep over there.
We're gonna now play a clip of "How Do We Know What Love Is" by Timothy James. So, Mr. Producer, let's roll that clip.
Love is sour and love is sweet. Sometimes love is waiting up the street. I said love is sweet and love is sour. Sometimes love it only lasts an hour. Cause love it comes and love it goes. Sometimes it dies, sometimes it grows. Love is tried and love is true. Love is me and love is you. How do we know if it's for real? Is it something we can feel? Is it something we can feel? How do we know if it's meant to be? Is it something we can see? Is it something we can see? How do we know if it is true? It must be something inside you. It must be something inside you. How do we know? How do we know what love is? How do we know? Love is weak and love is strong. Sometimes love don't like to stay too long because love is down and love is up. And sometimes love can overrun at the cup. I said love is up and love is down. Sometimes it's lost and never to be found because love is light and love is dark. And sometimes all love needs is a spark, yeah. Love is something that we all want, so open up your doors, waiting right out front because love is good and love is bad. Love is happy and love is sad, yeah. Love is dumb and love is smart, and love can make you wish that you had no heart because love it gives and love it takes. Love is fast, it doesn't have any brakes. How do we know if it's for real? Is it something we can feel? Is it something we can feel? How do we know if it's meant to be? Is it something we can see? Is it something we can see? How do we know if it is true? It must be something inside you. It must be something inside you. How do we know? How do we know what love is? How do we And how do we know what love is? How do we know what love is?
So be sure to go check out that full video on YouTube. Check out Timothy James. We'll post some of his stuff here on the screen, Mr. Producer, to show the audience where to go. And we do have our saying for today before we leave you. We appreciate you all joining us today for a little bit longer podcast. Since we're talking about music, full podcast, I'm going to give you a little saying about music. Music gives a soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and life to everything. Until next time, good luck to you all.
They call me Bad Luk Jo. I'm always in the right place at the wrong damn time, you know. Bad Luk Jo, Bad Luk Jo. Yeah, they call me Bad Luk Jo. Wishing that I had something, but I ain't got nothing to show. Bad Luk Jo, Bad Luk Jo. Let's go.
For me, balance in nature has been a lifesaver. My name is Joe. I'm a drummer. Balance in nature makes me feel alive. It's just so easy and it's so good. It's unbelievable how much it's helped me. Get 35% off your first set as a preferred customer with free shipping and money-back guarantee. Claim this offer using discount code BLJ for Bad Luk Jo. And good luck to you all.
Yeah, they call me Bad Luk Jo. Wishing that I had something, but I ain't got nothing to show. Let's go.